on for hours sometime. And so your times are Thursdays at what time?
Thursdays at 5:30 live. Friday at 5 o'clock, 5:30. Saturday at 11 o'clock. No, at 4 o'clock. Sunday at 11 o'clock. And like I said, I don't know if it started playing back, but guys, we have to wake up. I'm not looking for people to follow me. I'm looking for people to lead with me. Because we are all leaders. If we got to, so say, choose one person to, so say, give us our future, we won't have a future. And this is what you have. When you reach a certain age in life, you got to stop letting people manipulate you to give you their narrative, make you think this American dream is not a nightmare.
Yeah, well then,
so you got to start doing your own research. Stop listening to all these mainstream media. They're all government-funded programs. Whoever funded by the government, their job is to lie to you so they can get the government-funded check. This is what it's all about. Power.
Okay.
What white person holds it, whether black, they still allegiance to the corporation who give them these big mega donations for them to get into the office to take your liberties and justice, and especially your freedom of speech.
Yes. And thank you so very much. We have people are trying to call in also, but don't
okay, well,
come back.
Business. Thank y'all for not hanging up on me again, and y'all have a great day.
Yeah, anytime. Yeah, and we could hear you real good.
Yeah, I'm in total agreement about the political makeup of the Democrats and the Republicans. And we hear people say, and I understand where they're coming from, that they don't want us criticizing black elected leaders. But, you know, I said that on my Real Talk TV show the other day that I have on AOC Community Media. Michelle Obama said, when they go low, we go high. But we've been going high for such a long time, and we haven't got nothing out of going high. And so I have to say, like I said on my show, we got to start re-examining our relationship as the black community with the Democratic Party here in the state of Louisiana. Is everybody else is talking about Louisiana in a negative light as far as the Democratic leadership. Now, I saw the picture I posted on my show where it showed a lot of elected leaders on the floor of the Louisiana Superdome at the halftime of the Southern Grambling game. And I look at that picture, and I saw everybody with medals around their neck. John Bell was standing up in the front. And I asked the question, what about Ronald Green? I captured the picture. Man. What about, we could dance and we could sing, we good. The Democratic Party is the good party. The party people, where we party and dance and sing and eat all kind of bad food. But yet, the Republicans ran the board with us. Well, not us, because I'm not a registered Democrat. They ran the board with progressive leadership. And it's time for a new change in the Democratic Party. I'm just saying, people, don't get mad at me. Examine that.
Oh.
Examine if we are just spinning our political tire in the mud.
Caller, you have a question or comment? You're on.
Yes, I got two comments.
You're on, sir.
The first one I want to say is we had Jeff Landry is about to become the governor of the state of Louisiana. He won the race. And I want to say our black community leaders didn't really get behind Sean Wilson like they got behind the white lady that ran for mayor president in Lafayette.
Okay.
And the minority community, so they say, is about to wreak havoc with some of the things that Jeff Landry is coming in through his with the administration of taking the governor's role. Already he's planning on a 200,000 people, cutting them off for
Medicare, yeah.
That's needed, Medicaid. And he's coming in with a lot of things. And then another thing I want to warn the Lafayette community and the Northside community. We don't need to get so focused on the win for Monique Boulay that we forget about the system that allowed the Guillory administration to do what he did to the north side and the city of Lafayette. We can't forget about the system that allowed him to do that. We can't get so focused on the win that we forget about the flaws, the trick words in the whole new charter that needs to be changed. My fight, yes, was to get rid of Guillory, but my fight wasn't only to get rid of Guillory. My fight is to change the charter so that way the city of Lafayette and the north side community has a representation.
That's
now,
right.
we're about to have two candidates that's going to sit on the city council that supported the Fix the Charter move, which only halfway fixed the problem that we was having with Lafayette consolidated government. Now those two politicians is about to sit in that seat. We gotta pressure them to go the extra step and really dissect and fix the charter. Thank you.
Thank you so much, caller.
Yes, caller, you have a question or a comment? You're on.
Come here.
You're on.
Yes, ma'am. What I want to see for these voters that didn't get out and vote.
Turn your background, my
Wait,
brother.
sir, you're going to need to turn the
your
radio
background.
off.
It's bleeding over.
It's bleeding over, and we can't understand you. Okay. All right. Yes. Sometime when you're talking really loud into your phone, it'll bleed over, and we have all kind of static.
Bleeding over
and
in the background.
in the background,
they're playing the radio.
You
show.
ready?
I know they're trying to hear, but you can
You
hear
ready,
it on
sir?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, you could go ahead.
I say for these
Good morning, my brother.
Yes. For these people that didn't get out to vote, I don't blame nobody but themselves. They wanted a David Duke in office for the Louisiana government. They got one. Jeff Landry is another David Duke, and Donald Trump. That's what you got for didn't get out and vote. I'm not talking about those that got out and vote, but those that didn't get out and vote. When he do what he said he would do. Don't blame nobody but yourself. That's what I gotta say.
Yes.
And thank you so much. And sometimes when we talk, we talk and we're trying to generalize, because I do know, and I was one of them. I do know several other people that was behind Mr. Sean Wilson. So I mean, I know we just generalizing, but I know some black people that was actually behind, just like I know some black people that was actually behind the former mayor of St. Martinville, Miss Melinda, and everything. And
It's a game of politics.
It's a game of politics, and I don't know how we're gonna get even into that. But one thing that one thing that Mr. Burkett say about Josh Guillory is that Josh Guillory had either $82 million off on that PPC monies that was given so that during the COVID outbreak. Where did that money go? I mean, where is the audit to say where that money went? And I want to say something else, but I'm gonna stop.
Yes.
Stop right now. I
I don't
want.
want to be on the air. Y'all not quite too clear.
Okay, you're on the air.
No, I don't want to see anything.
Oh.
So I'm not.
Okay.
Oh, she's. What you say? We're not too clear. Okay, where you at in Lafayette? Okay, well, all right. Jay, she's in Abbeville. We're not too clear.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
It's one
But
side of our signal
is one side of the signal that's down.
yeah, I'm gonna adjust it. See if I can-
Oh, and thank you for calling in and letting us know. I know New Iberia is picking up real good. Morgan City is picking up real good. Is it a short?
Yeah.
And one thing that Mr. Keith had mentioned about Josh Guillory was the fact that it's public records. He stole some monies. He gave monies to his friends, and let me tell you how that worked. I'm gonna go Josh. I'm gonna go ahead and pretend like I'm Josh Guillory. I'm gonna give LaKendra $2 million. I'm gonna give LaKendra $2 million so she could pick up some trash on the sidewalk and scrub the sidewalk. And if the sidewalk has a hole in it, I'm going to go ahead and make sure that LaKendra understand you got to go ahead and patch up that hole. All right. So I gave LaKendra $2 million to do this little idiotic BS job. In return, LaKendra gets the money up front. You hear me?
I got a question.
Wait,
Who is
no,
LaKendra?
never mind.
Who is LaKendra?
Wait, she get the money up front, and then she, in return, go to my wife, first cousin, and give my
got a
wife.
wife, too?
I mean, come on, Jay, you're messing up with my flow. My husband.
Oh,
she go
okay.
to my
I got a
husband.
wife.
My husband, first cousin, give the first cousin $80,000. So even though it is written down in black and white that I fixed the sidewalk on Marsh Street, and I paid LaKendra $2 million to fix the sidewalk, and she did a BS job. Well, she in return, it only costs like maybe about, let's say, $100 at the most. Now that's what corporate wealth is all about. That's how nepotism exists, and that's why we've got to always keep our eye on the prize, because they are vicious. They want their family to have the picket fence, the garden, the house paid for, the cars, but they don't want your family to have anything. They want you to still be paying rent with the slumlord. They want you to still be having trouble with your with your messed up cars. Like look what happened with Brother G. His car burnt up, and look at the trouble he's having. Call it. You on? You have a question or comment? You're on right now.
Yeah, Sister Khadija, I was listening to what you were saying about the rescue money, the COVID money.
Yes.
Let's take a minute to understand
Thank you.
how it works.
All
the
right.
man president just can't go out and say they're going to spend that money. They have to set up a budget. The legislative body, which is the city and parish council, now they going the look, and the politicians gonna make you believe it's two separate bodies, but it's not. It's not. If Guillory want to put that proposal joint, well, both councils have to approve on the way he spend that money. And if one council doesn't agree, and the other council agree, well then he can spend it how he want. What Fix the Charter did in its current form, what it did was say the city council want to veto him on a matter dealing with the budget.
Yes.
Say the city council want to override a veto dealing with the matter on the budget. They on the joint issue, they needed at least one person on the parish council or two people on the parish council to roll with the city council in order for them to have enough votes to override the man president's veto. Before Fix the Charter, we had 5 city councilmen and four councilmen that serve on the parish. That served the parish on the city parish councilman. At that time, all 5 city councilmen, if they voted to override the man president's veto, well, the veto was overridden. So what Fix the Charter did was took some of the votes from the city and took a vote from the city, split it up, split the parish and the city council, and made it equal. And that's what caused Josh Guillory to spend all that COVID money, the rescue money,
yes,
and do what he did. Throughout his 4 years in office. So, like I said, anyhow Guillory is gone, we still got to continue to fix what allowed him to do what he did. We continue to fix it because Shay Monique come in and she do a damn good job. She can't run again after 8 years. She can't run again after 8 years. And if she don't win in 4 years, we could get another Guillory. And we going through the same mess over again.
Right. Now, just let me ask you one quick question right there, Mr. Keith. Okay, so the taxpayers that pays monies in Lafayette for things that Lafayette needs, that for things that has to be done in Lafayette, our monies is going to other municipalities.
No. Not other municipalities. The unincorporated area.
Okay.
The area that's not in a municipality, the outskirts.
And there's a lot of unincorporated areas, right?
Okay.
There's a lot. But see, the unincorporated areas, they don't want to change.
You blame them?
Everybody else is. And then look, it's not just unfair to the city of Lafayette, no. It's unfair to the city of Broussard, Karen Crow. The only thing is the other municipalities, they have their own representation. They don't. Their administration is not joint with the parish of Lafayette. It's just the city of Lafayette. But if you look at it, Broussard pays a tax to the parish of Lafayette, and they pay a tax to the city of Lafayette. The unincorporated areas, they pay only a tax to the parish of Lafayette, but they receive city of Lafayette services. So
and even
everybody in the parish of Lafayette, except the unincorporated areas, pay two taxes. One to the municipality they live in, and the other one to the parish.
And Brother Keith, Broussard has annexed a good portion of the area around Highway 90, which runs into St. Martin Parish. Who's paying taxes to who and what?
Well, when one of the cities annex an area, when one of the cities annex an area, well, that area they annex pay taxes to that city who annexed them.
So they profit in all types of ways, huh?
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so very much, and that's why we enjoy our callers, because our callers, they're not cutting nothing from the hip. Right. They're coming directly to the top. What? They know exactly what they're talking about, and we appreciate that. And that's why we continue to do the show.
Khadijah, I want to segue into something that's more important to you as a black female, a woman, and others out there. The FDA, Federal Food and Drug Administration, has proposed a ban on certain, and it's a few chemicals in hair relaxers, and the ban probably going to be going into effect this coming year. Now, these chemicals have been known to cause cancer. And I'm going to just read the first paragraph, and that's it, and you could take the floor. Buffalo, New York. This is in the Buffalo, New York newspaper, and I just picked this random article. It's about the same thing. If you look through the ingredients of some of your products in your morning routine, who knows what you'll find on that laundry list. But the FDA is proposing a ban on a product that has been popular in the black community for years, used both at home and at salons, chemical relaxer with formaldehyde. That's the majority of them, and that's not just that, Khadijah. That's the tip of the iceberg, because formaldehyde is in a lot of products that we use on our body. So go ahead, sister.
Yes, and you know what, Mr. Kevin, can you call back in? As being a barber or a beautician, I know that I've seen you with gloves among gloves when it comes down to the chemicals that you're putting into your customers' hair. But it's something that had been going on for centuries. I think Madam C.J. Walker, she made her millions of dollars, but she done the straightening comb. I mean, like to help press your hair and stuff like that. And I don't know if indeed.
Actually, they made the straightening comb out to be the villain, or more so than
yeah.
relax at that time. You know?
Right. Sure did. And what it was also a blind side to our psyche. It was so bad that our mothers and our grandmothers, great grandmothers, they didn't understand the effect that oppressing your hair, taking your hair out of its natural content would do to you. I mean, our hair is curly, nappy. Our hair is beautiful. Our hair is strong, but our grandparents, they didn't understand that, and the reason why they done that is because they wanted to make their children more acceptable, or I don't want to say more beautiful, because to me, when I see nappy, I'm like saying, hey, high five, how y'all doing out there? Y'all looking good. But Jay, I'm trying to finish my thought.
Pressing comb damage your skin and your
Right.
scalp.
Well, yeah.
Before you go deep into that.
Right. It did damage it, because sometimes you could see like they have like they don't have none of this on the side of their hair, on the side of their head, and it's from all of that pressing and that grease, and it's like hog log. You're putting all that grease in your hair and stuff like that.
Lord too back in there.
Yeah, they sure did use lard. I definitely remember, but it was because they didn't understand that we were as beautiful in our nappy hair, in our braided hair, than we were trying to conform to European standards. Whereas, I got to press your hair. When Mama would come to do that, it was like walking on fiery iron. That would hurt you so bad, and then it didn't just hurt you while she was putting the grease on you and everything. It hurt like maybe about a good 2 weeks afterwards. And then when you go out in the fog, or when you go outside, it done flared all up. You scared to go in the rain because of that. You're not gonna learn how to swim because you're worried about your hair. All of these horrible myths that they had us believing was just that, horrible myths. It wasn't nothing that was factual. And you have to understand the family members, the great parents, they wanted us to just look so acceptable to white folks, as that was the thing. You press your hair be all sleek and stuff like that, not realizing that we were really taking away our true beauty.
Yes, so that is a good thing. There are many new mechanisms now invented, and our people are resilient in the way we deal with hair, natural hair, holistic hair. So right now, is there some alternatives towards the hair relaxer if people want to be into that type of situation?
Well, I the only alternative I could think of is wearing your hair naturally.
What about Brazilian?
Wearing your hair.
I'm hearing some bad things about that, because some of the stuff is infected with lice and microscopic stuff that will infect your scalp, and you see people still losing their hair with wearing all these things, and the big industry is braids and so forth.
And then what's so bad about it is that I can understand you wanting to black people believe in smelling clean. They believe in style. They believe in their hair. That's like a regular bill. Getting your hair fixed is like a regular bill. Like
it's a lifestyle thing. You can accept
right. But then at the same time, who are you benefiting from that? If I was to take and go and purchase Brazilian hair, which is the most expensive hair, one of the most expensive hair on the market, because there's another kind that's expensive. Persian hair, it's another hair that's really as expensive as Brazilian hair. To get Brazilian hair, you're looking at a good $1,000. Well, between $800 and $1,000. Persian hair is about the same thing too.
Is that that hair from live people?
Yeah, that's from live people. That's from live people.
They carry, people don't realize that carries a lot of people's DNA. Your DNA is still basically in existence.
Not from they're not taking the hair root. The DNA would be in the root of the
it's
hair.
still in the hair, because that's how they track you down from your hair follicle.
Okay.
You know, one hair left at the scene of the burned car.
Right.
You know
And
what I'm
then
saying?
they could tell you that this is from a wig, this is from weed. You know, but yes,
So, that's might be a good thing with the FDA is proposing to do. And the other issues about all the people being kicked off of Medicaid. 197,000 people have been, according to the news article. Check out that article on the Advocate, or go to another go-to site, the Louisiana Illuminator. Khadijah. Now, I saw where this little officer, KLFY TV reported by officer, his Tino something, last name. He was fired from several different departments, claiming that he wasn't performing great as a police officer, a young black male. And, and two wrongs don't make a right. In my post, whether he did some bad stuff or whatever. But I'm looking at, and one of the departments he worked for was the city of St. Martinville. But I'm looking at the news article, and I'm thinking about when we put out a viral video, and I would say we. I know I was a part of it, and I don't give a damn. I'm sorry. I've been at the front line of pointing out police accountability for the last 25, 30 years, and you've been doing that for longer.
Oh, yeah.
And we put out a video back in the day of the Sugarcane Festival when that guy, when that particular officer, his name is in the Advocate. His name is Cody LaPerouse.
Oh, yeah.
He was an Iberia Parish Sheriff deputy. He was caught on the video. The video went viral. The feds came in, arrested him. He pled guilty to several charges. He got a slap on the wrist and up to $100,000 fine. He spent 1 day in federal detention or whatever it was, right? Now, my problem with this, what y'all did to this young black officer, Tino, and y'all put out the information that he's a bad cop. He's not professional, right? A black officer, maybe he made some mistakes, but he wasn't, I don't think he was doing the same thing Cody LaPerouse did. Now, Cody LaPerouse is now the assistant chief of St. Martinville City Police. Now, where in the world will you go where officers who abuse black folks, who are handcuffed, who beat them, handcuffed, ascend to the position of assistant chief? I want to know, can anybody call me and tell me, can anyone of the state representatives from my area, New Iberia, St. Martinville, call me and tell me, did Cody LaPerouse deserve to be assistant chief, a decision-making position that gonna have some heavy weighting, serious implication if somebody complained about an officer beating somebody handcuffed? Why in the world we are in this position when we have elected leaders who don't look out for the general well-being of the people?
Oh, and that is a very good point. I also wanted to say today, in St. Martinville, today they're having, it started at 9:00 a.m. They're having like roadside safety checkpoint. So that's within St. Martinville Parish. So that means that you're probably going to be going down the road and they're going to be having some policemen, and what they're going to do, they're going to stop you. They want to know about where your registration is. Have all your papers and all. So that's in St. Martinville today. Just remember, and it starts, they didn't say when it's going to end, but it's beginning at 9 a.m. Right. And sometime, I mean, I've known people that have just, forgot their license. Ran out the house. I left my license in my other purse. I took this purse, and they're writing you up for that. So you got to be mindful. You don't want to be giving police officers or the state of St. Martinville or any of these states, municipalities. You don't want to give them a red penny.
And you don't want to encounter them, because all the videos I'm seeing, shout out to brother Rashad Ritchie of the TYT Young Turk Network. He's the fastest growing talk show on the internet and on the network. He received all kind of awards, Emmy Award. Every day, brother Rashad Ritchie, go to his webpage. You don't have to believe me. He's been putting out Karen videos, meaning people who call the cops on black folks, white folks. And also police brutality videos. Every day is a young black male or somebody involved in a situation in a police encounter where they're getting beat, getting tased. The one I saw where the white female cop tased this brother because he was changing his tire on the side of the road,
changing his
and made him cry like a baby and told him, "Shut your B.A. up and take it like a man." She was, I think she wasn't fired. She was put on leave. This is a thing to have less encounters with law enforcement.
It's the better
if you can.
And when they call you and they say, "Oh well, you know, we trying to this is a police department. We're trying to raise some Christmas fund. Can you donate 25?" Yeah, I don't just hang up on them. I say, well, whenever y'all start
raise
treating
money for Round the Green. That's what I tell
whenever
you.
y'all start treating people right, then I may decide to give. They're not gonna do that.
And I'm not against law enforcement. I'm against bad law enforcement.
Yeah,
always.
that's a big difference. That's a big
and
the less education they have, it's like the worse they are. I really believe that police officer. Well, here I go. Police officers with degrees, they're more better than those that just graduated from high school.
I met a few. They were few and far between. I shout out to Brother Mike Brown over here in Lafayette. You know.
And there's another good state police officer, Mr. Mitchell, out of Lurville, Louisiana. I wanted to also mention that they were talking about the holiday stress, and one of the top 3 things for holiday stress is affording gifts, finding gifts, and cost of meals. So they're asking you, don't stress yourself out. Stress cause all kind of other things to come into your body, and that's the last thing you want. Just let them know, hey, I can't afford what you want, or you give them what you feel like giving them. I believe in the Kwanzaa celebration also, and everything.
Hopefully we could have at the end of the month. If you be here at the end of the month, Dr. Milana Karenga.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be here for Dr.
And
Milana Karenga.
We got that encore interview with Brother Takuna and him over here on the open line. We were the first in this area to have Dr. Milana Karenga on live on the radio, the inventor of Kwanzaa. So.
Yes, indeed. And we again we want to thank everybody for calling.
Wrapping it up, man. What time it is?
No, I'm
like
not
telling me.
No, I'm not trying to wrap it up. Shoot, you the reason why we wind up being 7 minutes. Yes, indeed. And I want to encourage everyone to read a book, read a magazine. Reading enhances your stability for understanding different
people
things.
On AOC Community Media, I want to show them what I survived the other night.
Oh, they could
if
see
you
it?
see it on television. You could see.
Okay. Oh my land.
I survived and
Jay, that was a close call.
Go to someone who will respond to your request when you have some issues. This is after 4 months of purchasing this vehicle. 4 months of purchasing this vehicle. This would happen to me if you see it on the AOC Community Media.
Well, yes, and thank God you were able to go into the gas station. You turned into the gas station?
Well, that's I heard one of the sisters say, well, "Why he come over here on the parking lot? The point is all." And I said, "Well, at least I didn't go by the gas pump." Well, when you're panicking and you see in your car bursting the flame, check this one out right here. This is the burst of flame when I just jumped out of the car.
Oh, Lordy, Miss Claudia.
We had a lot of witnesses who said, yeah, they're going to give that car shop a good review with the video.
Oh, my land. This is horrific, Jay. I mean.
And that would have been a good, well, you would have had to get another co-host. You would have been advertising, well, I need another co-host.
No, indeed not. That's really horrible. And again, learn how to read. If you don't know how to read, just read something every day. They're saying that it helps with stress. Listen to music, whatever you enjoy listening to. Listen to music. Music will help bring down stress. Comedy, like with Marbuck and or the Marbuck and Joe show. I mean, like that. The comedy really puts you in another realm where you could say, Lord, I laughed so hard I'm crying, but I'm crying for happy tears.
Well, shout out to Marlboro.
Yeah, shout out to you. When are you
Goddamn
coming
Marlboro.
on? You know, when are you coming on? I could hear. Give me a chance. I'm gonna be there.
Marlboro, just don't ride in the car like Brother J.
I'm telling you, shoot. No way. Call it. You're on. You have a question or a comment? Yes, you're on.
I have to call y'all early this morning. Well, how y'all doing this morning?
All right, and yourself.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I'm just great, but Brother Jay,
Yes, ma'am.
You see,
buddy, you ain't going nowhere yet. We about to start filming again. Where you think you're going?
Oh, I thought you saw my barbecue the other night.
No, I did not, but I heard it on the radio. Look, I be cooking and cleaning and doing the things that I got to do as a female, as a woman at home.
Yes, ma'am.
So when my husband get home, so I be hearing y'all. I just want to, my radio don't go off 88.3.
yes. Now, my book. With us doing our comedian things. I mean, I know you're always trying to give out good advice. To our young girls, our young men, and you was just saying, you know, you gotta cook and everything. You think that it's right, or it's the right thing to do that? Women, I mean, that has husbands, boyfriends, that they need to be cooking. What's wrong with
Lord.
eating out?
Well, each to each his own. I know what my husband likes, and I know after 22 years, I know we're still holding him here with a happy face when he get home. So whatever they do, that's up to them. But I can guarantee you, I would advise them cook, clean, do what you got to do as a woman. Especially like me, when I start spending money without permission, don't tell me nothing because I cook, clean, and do everything I have to do for you when you get out. So I don't want to yell that out.
Right. I like when you say that. Particularly when I start spending money without permission. I've seen myself going and I've bought different outfits, and I have to. The lady said, "You want to put it in the clothing bag?" I said, "No. I need you to wrap it up real good in the bag so I can stick it in the trunk underneath the
Yeah,
tie."
I got an SUV for a reason. I can put the dog in it, and I can put my stuff in it too. It's gonna be all right. But I love y'all. Have
Love
a
you
good day.
too.
I'm
Love
getting ready
you
to go
too.
and
Thank
get
you.
some stuff.
All right. I'm coming Friday.
What we gonna segue in, Khadijah? You know, my weekend with this situation that happened threw everything off when we had a guest lined up. I hadn't had a chance to get to the guest. One of the things I wanted to talk, we were supposed to talk to a young man who's on the Public Service Commission, Mr. Devontae Lewis, who basically went on Roland Martin and said what he had to say about the Democratic Party. And again, we have to address those issues. Now, I don't want to go backwards into our conversation, but some of these things lays heavily on our mind. We got to hear from the people. Let the people give us their opinion
Right.
of what they're going to do. You know?
Yeah, that is
we
the
had
truth.
the first caller, he gave us a lot. And that's rightly understandable for the situation here in the state of Louisiana. We just got to make some improvements, and every day. And I am getting tired of waiting till next time. You know, on a national level, the polls and the statistics are out, and the research firms saying that young black voters and people of color are turning away from the Democratic Party. Not necessarily going to Donald Trump, but they're turning away. But I'm hearing a lot of people blame black folks for the position of, especially what happened after this election in Louisiana. And you got to ask yourself, can we blame black folks for something that the Democratic Party and the progressive people did not do? Those in power, those who have groups, did they not really emphasize the importance of voting against the other candidate? If the other candidate was not, let's say, bringing home the proverbial bacon to that certain segment of people?
Well,
Or just the Republicans and the conservatives are just so doggone strong, and even black folks support these people. Is that's the issue?
well, I don't. It's hard for me to speak on something that I don't have all the facts about. I know they quick to want to say that, oh, the black people didn't show up, they didn't support and everything like that. Well, if they didn't do it, which apparently they didn't, what are you missing? You didn't get out the word enough, you know. what's the problem? I mean, even voters that are convicted felons,
Yeah.
they could vote without no hesitation whatsoever.
I know Jeff Landry wants to roll out of the criminal justice reform that everybody, Republicans and Democrats and progressive and conservative, were fighting for to change in the state of Louisiana. But look at this. Mayor Cantrell of New Orleans, she has aligned herself with certain groups and certain people who want to, let's say, is it that bad of crime in New Orleans that they profit off New Orleans? New Orleans brings in a lot of money to the state of Louisiana, right?
Right.
The district attorney of New Orleans, what's his name? Jason, I forgot his name, African American. He partnership with Jeff Landry to supposedly crack down on crime in New Orleans, but you're not going to see the crackdown on. You're going to see stop and frisk. You're going to see people, civil rights getting violated. Isn't New Orleans Police Department under a federal consent decree, which Mayor Cantrell is fighting against? Well, I like the sister from when she first came on, but she has fallen way short of understanding what a federal consent decree as far as alleviating those issues with law enforcement in New Orleans. So we got to ask ourselves, do we align ourselves with people who's working against us?
Yes, caller, you have a question or comment? You're on.
Yeah, Brother Jay, if we sit back and we look at the leadership of the Democratic Party, if you ask me, as much, I'm 30 years old.
Yes, sir.
In my age group, the ones that are into voting, into political, are stepping away from saying we're part of the Democratic Party. We're becoming more of a no-party independent. If you look at the leadership of the Democratic Party, such as Katie Benhart, I've heard that she was a big donor into the Jeff Landry campaign. And there's a young lady, she don't want her name disclosed, but she was kicked off of the DSCC committee for exposing some things about some members of the Democratic Party. So she was kicked off the committee. So maybe it's not black. It's not a race thing. When it comes to the Democratic Party, it's not a race thing. It's more that the party needs to be examined. Some reimage. And look, some of these old Democratic politicians need to step back, get up, and get out, and let these new politicians come in and really go to work. Really go to work for the community and go to work for the people. Because anyhow you win the election. Sometime your policy and agenda might be too outdated to help the community. So you gotta have you gotta have the instance of saying, let me step back, let this young person get in there, and they might be able to come and change some things, and let me guide them the whole way. And that's the problem with I want to say with the Democratic Party and the problem with the black community today. Too much of our older leaders want to keep the torch and keep going and keep going and keep going and keep being the outspoken one, keep being the one in control when we've been down the same old dirt road for the same 30 years. Yes. And now the road can't be patched anymore. It's time to blacktop it. But we don't want to put out the funding to blacktop it. And that's the same way. That's the same way it works with the Democratic Party. You know, it's time to blacktop that same old dirt road that's been the same thing for the past 20, 30 years.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Carly, you have a question or a comment? You're on.
Good morning. How you doing, to Brother Jay? This is
Kerry Williams. How you doing this morning?
All right, and yourself.
Good morning. Good morning.
You're on, sir.
I was understanding. I've been watching your show for a very long time. Brother J know me. I used to be a candidate
Yes,
a
sir.
long time ago. I ran for parish councilman for District 5. I don't think it's nobody's fault that the people didn't get out and go vote
Right.
for this election. The election was the turnout was very low for the October 14th election because folks put it on because Southern University was playing and
That's what I was
LSU
about to
was playing
say.
at the same time
Yeah,
in Baton Rouge, and that's what made the turnout very, very low. And we need to really fix these problems now because now we got a governor elect that's in office now, and man, it's no telling what's gonna happen now.
You're right. You're right. Yes, I'm glad that you brought that up. That there was Grambling and Southern. There was LSU. They had so much things that was going on that particular
I think that was
day.
designed for it to fall like that. Yeah. You know,
Correct.
how you would keep the black community from turning out. You
And-
dangle something, and that's the problem in Louisiana. We like
Exactly.
We like
And
bright,
that's-
shiny
and
objects.
And that's exactly what happened, Brother J. You know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I was very, very, very disappointed because, of course, I ran for parish councilman for District 5 and with a very low turnout.
Yes.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
Right. And do continue to run, to try to run in your district. Do continue, because I know for a fact if I had been anywhere near Marcus Bryant district, I would have ran. How you let somebody get in there unopposed with the things that he has, the things that he do,
Oh,
you
he
know,
hasn't done.
the things that he hasn't done. I know one thing: you could see all his teeth or his dentures, whatever he got up in the front when it comes down to do. Yeah, he's smiling from here to here, you know, and stuff. And
What we want that representative to concentrate on, not so much voting with the party that's putting out policies and procedures that hurt the communities in Louisiana who are people of color. That's my thing with him, you know, and want him to come and address people like, you know, just like Brother Kerry's calling. Democratic Party leaders pick up the phone, call the open line, come and debate the issue, show where what you're saying can trump what I'm saying. Even if I'm not a politician, because we know we have some certain talk show hosts that try to give instruction to black folks, but yet they are part of that system that we criticize. And so why wouldn't they use their platform to criticize black folks? Come and debate the issue based on what's going on the ground. If I'm telling you we have police brutality, police are doing wrong, come and debate me and show me where the police are doing right towards me when it's a bad situation. Don't come and try to talk down to people after an election and tell give the black folks instruction. I roll with people like Brother Darrell Muhammad, who knows who's a smart brother. I respect Minister Louis Farrakhan,
Okay.
who uplift black folks.
Yes.
We don't have to always go along with his religious perspective, but he respect black folks. The leadership in our area is just mundane, ineffectual, don't do anything other but just keep the wheel rolling one way, Khadijah. Keep the wheel rolling, just like some little hamsters on a hamster wheel. It's rolling one way, and it's never going to change.
yes.
Thank you so much, my brother.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And I want they call them the Democratic Party, the Republican Party. I don't even know why they even call them parties and stuff like that, because a party
The
is
people
something.
I'm talking to, people are upset.
The-
And
the-
they
a par-
upset with both of the parties. And
Yeah,
they
but then
mostly upset-
why are they called the Democrat Party or the Republican Party? Why are they called a party? Is something where people gather to have fun. All they doing is gathering to have destruction.
Well, all we got to do is have a dialogue,
And
in general, of what people expect of people you elect.
what about Henry Kissinger? What about
Oh, you going deep.
Henry Kissinger.
Even
They
all,
want.
all
They
the
want.
lot of confusion
Yeah,
and
they
a lot
want
of destruction on this planet.
Right. That's why you. That's why you got to go ahead and like kind of like no part of your history, because when you think about Henry Kissinger and they're like talking all kind of brave things about him. You know, that's ridiculous because the things that he done and the things that he was involved
And
with.
it doesn't
And
matter
then-
what party he was, because he worked for all the presidents,
Yeah, yeah.
Democrat and Republican.
And he lived till what, 101? 100 and, I think 101.
He must been doing something right, huh?
Yeah, you know what
All
he
wrong?
was. No, well,
Or
you know.
did he sell his soul? That's
Oh
what you're
yeah,
trying to say?
well you know what he was doing right and that
trying to
stuff.
say he sold his soul?
That's what happens. They could
See?
live till 99, 101 years old, 101, because they don't go through the stress that regular black people have to go through. But when you also look at when at the Patty Hearst, you know, Patty Hearst was kidnapped. With this group, then she automatically started identifying with the group because the group was like doing things for the betterment of the black people. They come up with Patty Hearst syndrome. There was the Stockholm syndrome. That's what they come up with, the Stockholm syndrome. Call it. You have a question or comment? You're on Stockholm syndrome.
Yes, Brother Jay, this could be my last call.
Yes, sir.
But
Well, I'm glad to see you back in the saddle.
yeah, I wanted to point out some of the things that's going to go on in the governor's mansion. Yeah. Right now, on Jeff Landry's transition team, the co-chair of his transition team is currently facing litigation for operating an illegal waste dump. And then also what else I wanted to say is there's a report out there where Louisiana made top of the list for the hellhole of justice laws.
Yes.
You know, they made number one on that list. I forgot the name of that.
Besides all the other stuff, Channel 10 just did a report last night about Louisiana being maybe the third or fourth worst place to live, based
And
on all the
raise-
metrics.
And raise a family.
And a lot of the politicians are happy that they got elected. They didn't say nothing about fixing Louisiana being last. They just say, I'm happy to be elected. You know? Wearing medals on the floor of the Superdome, you know?
And then, sister, I want to put something out there because I know you're very prominent in things like that, like you did the Gina March, other things too.
She helped start
I
it.
wanted to put something out there for
Sister Jamila.
Khadija. Maybe she can look into it. I seen there's a group of ladies here in Lafayette, young mothers, grandmothers, where there's this judge in the 50th Judicial District Court. I think it's Division D. I think that's the division where she's being, I guess, financially compensated by the father's parents or whoever to take these kids out the mother's home and place them in protective custody so the other grandparents can get control of these kids, and these kids are being tortured. I mean, I've seen video that was sent to me where these kids are literally being tortured. They're being showed pictures of their mother and mocked and they just being tortured. I can exchange information with the young lady who heads the group.
Okay.
To Brother J. But I just wanted to put that on your mind, Sister Khadija. Maybe you can look into that.
All right. Thank you so much. I'm gonna check it out when you send it to Brother G and everything. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you.
Yes.
Well. Also, Also, we just need to remember that um, it's really important that you be kind to people, particularly even if it's a stranger. They don't even, people don't
if
even
it's a political.
people don't even say hello no more. You're gonna pass right by me, right in the front of
we
me,
take that
and
political thing
don't
so
even
serious,
say hello.
We get mad at each other.
No,
I've seen people getting mad over your political belief system.
but
if
they
your state is
shouldn't.
sinking and your situation is sinking, you have a right to be angry about
Yes.
political beliefs.
Yes, Carly, you have a question or comment? Then.
Could I speak to you off the air, please?
Oh yes, yes. Hello.
Yes, and again, people, we invite anybody with any group who want to debate. You know, I said a couple of things today. I'm somewhat upset. You know, had a little incident this weekend with the car fire, but even as a consumer, we need to be mindful of who we do business with. Even if you do your research, sometimes it still does not turn out the way you want to turn out. There are several other, I found out after the fact of other things I do research on, that there's the Louisiana Motor Vehicle Commission. If you have an issue with any one of the dealerships and used car dealerships in the state of Louisiana, you can file a complaint online. Go to the Louisiana Motor Vehicle Commission.com. Just Google it, Louisiana Motor Vehicle Commission. Also, on the federal level, there's the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau. If you have a loan or a predatory loan issue, whether it's an auto loan or payday loan or so forth, there's a federal agency that actually takes your complaint and try to mitigate that, work it out. Both of these agencies do not have legal jurisdiction, but they can make recommendation. They could work out situation between parties. So check those parties out.
Okay, caller, you only have a question or comment.
Yeah, I have a comment. So
Yo.
the next election cycle that's up for New Iberia is New Iberia City Council, and the population of New Iberia is diverse, and so you could conceivably elect a progressive city council. So this is the opportunity, if anyone would like to step up and run for city council on New Iberia, you got a good chance to win. That's my comment.
Okay. All right.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. And a caller called in, and she said that she was trying to find out if we knew any Toys for Tot, where because she said there's a Toys for Tot drive that's going on right now. She said they want your social security number, they want your driver's license number, they want your social security number of each child that you're applying for Toys for Tot. And
a little bit intrusive.
That is. Why would I give you my child or my social security number for what? To get $2 toys? Because Toys for Tot don't really be giving out no really
people, please,
good toys.
And
That's
for
for
myself
sure.
also.
So-
My insurance adjuster asked me for my cell phone records when that does not make any sense.
It don't.
When you have the fire department and the sheriff department who responded to the car fire, but yeah, the insurance adjuster say I submit all my cell phone records. Or the
For
people
what?
involved.
What's your calling record? They want to see that you did call 911?
Well, actually, the store people called the 911.
Okay.
That's a statement I gave to them. That's who called. Several people called because you got a big fire going. You're not thinking
my
clearly.
God.
You're in the rain. So this is why I was giving out those agencies. The Consumer Protection Bureau, which is a federal agency, Google it, or the Louisiana Motor Vehicle Commission, which I don't know if they're really going to do anything because all these people are politically connected in the state of Louisiana. But you don't let people run over your civil rights for the sake of something else. And it's great that we have callers who call and tell us things like that. Do not turn out your personal, turn over your personal information so willy-nilly to people when people could use those things against you in some negative ways. So I just want to say that.
And then they want the whole social security number. When you call in for different things,
Toys for
people will ask you Well, give me your last 4. But
thing-
they want the whole Social
You
Security
see a child,
number.
you give a child a toy. If you're going to give the toy, you give the child a
Yes.
toy. You look at the child, give him a toy. Don't be asking for all that personal information.
That's right, because you getting it free yourself. You know, you got it from some type of grant, or you know, it coming out of your budget, funding the money that you taking from taxpaying citizens. Call it you're on.
You got.
Oh, call it. Yes. You're on.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Hello, I was calling. The guy that just had spoke on the situation. I was calling to follow up.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. You're on, ma'am. Hello. Ma'am, you're on.
Sorry, it's echoing.
Okay.
Well, just go ahead and talk.
I was calling to follow up with the man who spoke on the children and the grandparents and whatnot, and that is happening in a mass right now in the 15th JDC, and it needs immediate public attention. We have no rights. Their children don't have rights. We have no rights. And it's just really torturous and tragic, and
So help.
all I wanted to say.
Right, but help us out. Okay. You're in the 15 JDC going on behalf of your grandkid? Or your
No,
child?
a lot of grandparents are unlawfully taking grandchildren. I'm not sure what the incentive behind it all is, but they're allowing just very unlawfully things to go on.
Okay. And you want the public to know that this is going on in the 15 JDC, which is here in Lafayette, and
The 16th. I think she said.
no, I thought she said 15th.
Well, she's welcome to schedule to come on the show, and we could talk in
Right.
detail about it.
Right.
If you want to have more detail you want to offer us, you know, we're more than happy to help facilitate the conversation about this.
Yeah,
Because there's certainly some wrongdoing. Sister Khadijah and I have been criticizing the things that have been going on in the 16 JDC, and a lot of the stuff came to pass, made national news when we were talking about it. So, generally,
I think it's the 15th JDC that she's talking about right now.
Yeah, it's the 50s.
Okay, and what do you want us to do, or to actually know or contact someone for what's going on, which is something that is really bad? They're taking children from the parents and giving them to the grandparents.
Yes, after I heard the other caller speak on another person's case, I felt it in my heart to call in as well.
Yes.
I'm experiencing a lot of retaliation, so, but I do get calls pretty much daily of these kind of cases, and it's just really painful. We want our children home for Christmas.
why don't you and Sister Khadijah exchange numbers after this show, and we could
Absolutely.
point you in the right direction.
All right. Yeah, and she's
Awesome. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, and you're welcome to come on the radio, the TV, whatever we can offer. Get the word out.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right.
I'll exchange numbers after. Thank you, guys.
Yes. Thank you. Okay. Well, the line has been busy. People are calling in, and
Even though we
sometime
were
when
late today,
sometime
did I cause that?
Carly, you're on. You have a question or a comment?
Yeah, good morning to y'all.
Yeah. Good
Good
morning.
morning, brother.
Good
How
morning,
you
brother.
doing?
Yeah, I just it's a joke. You bought a hot car. That's all I could tell you.
yeah.
But to let the public know, they have a lot of cars that's what was waterlogged in the floods.
Yeah.
They clean them up or dry them up.
Oh, you're right.
That computer stuff, they still
Yes.
selling them.
Yeah.
You know. And another thing, the new cars is being recalled. I don't know if you've been keeping up with it.
Yes. The Fusion been called. That's the basically the car I was driving.
Okay. But in reality, we don't make anything in the United States anymore.
Oh.
So that's why they have a lot of recalls from food, to anything you buy that's about, you got a recall on it.
And my brother was coming up. It's income tax season, and these car companies going to prey on these young sisters who buy these cars, who are in desperate need for transportation to get to work. That is my biggest concern.
Yeah, I had a guy that I knew real good. When they had the flood, he was bringing cars in Dallas to get smashed. The insurance company paid, brand new trucks, cars. I said, man, I can't get a rim off it. He said, no, they got to not to put it up back on the streets or on the market. They smash them.
Wow.
Wow. Recycle them.
Yes.
Ain't that something? And
So,
yes, and that you're absolutely correct. The Houston flood, the flood, and they bring these cars over here.
yes.
Thank you.
So like you said, buyers beware, and Brother Jay said income tax.
Well, yeah.
That's true. It's true. It's gonna happen.
When you see the paper on the back glass, it's income tax time.
Yeah, I should know better.
Y'all have a good one.
All right. Okay.
You too.
They also have this book that you could go and you could look up with your serial number. I
Kelly
forgot.
Blue Book?
Okay.
You talking about Kelly?
Yeah, I'm talking about that book.
Sometimes Kelly in cahoots with all of that stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, in response to the lady that called and mentioned that about the toy drive, and that how they want your Social Security number, your children's Social Security number, just to get a $2 toy and stuff. Someone sent me that this, and they're saying that Saturday, December the 16th. Write that down, Brother J. From 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. There's going to be a Northgate toy giveaway. Saturday, December the 16th. That's 2023 at 2 p.m. To 5 p.m. At the Northgate toy giveaway. It's a public event, and they want to get this out. Also, there's also where they tell you to go ahead and sign up for your if you wanted to get a bicycle, and they give you like the age bracket of your kid. Gordon, go get a bicycle, something like that.
I'm gonna get me one.
Well, no, you go.
I
They
need to
send
get
you.
me one.
They send you to the website, and guess what? The website does not work properly.
Right.
You're putting in the different information. It say this field is empty.
Yeah.
Well, how this field is empty?
Yeah, even the complaint forms that I was telling you about, the Louisiana Motor Vehicle Commission, their website was giving errors. So it's best to put it in writing and send it to you.
Okay, well, we appreciate all of the calls. If you got something that you want to get in touch with us about, please do give us a call. And we want to thank all of our interesting callers that call in with good information and good comments. And we highly think that thank you and appreciate you. Brother G?
Yes, and people... Again, my condolences go out to the Landry family of New Iberia up there on St. Jude.
Right, sounds like a scam.
We know Mr. Clermont.
That's what it is.
Been seeing him for so many years in the community. Was be sadly missed, and condolences go out to the family. Keep them in your prayers.
And yes, and someone else said that for them to want all of your Social Security number like that, it's a scam. It sounds like a scam. But this one, the toy giveaway, Saturday, December the 16th. From 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. at the Northgate Mall. That's a good one, and we want to mention that. Okay, Brother Jay, we're getting ready to get in with Brother Herbert with the hot reggae. And we are out of here. Thank you so very much, and be kind, and stay prayed up, however you're praying. Let's just remember that all of the wars that's going on, that's overseas, that's in our front yard and backyard on the side porch. Let's just try to pray for peace. Thank you so much.
You know what?